everyone, happy Saturday. We are starting another vlog off in the car this morning. We are off to a coffee shop to read and enjoy some alone time. Paul's at home with Chloe, so I am sneaking away to enjoy some reading time. So this morning we were in downtown Indy because my husband Paul ran a 5K. So proud of him. He absolutely killed it. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out why this alarm is continuing to come up on my dashboard here. And I can't figure out how to just show the speed I'm going. So yeah, my husband Paul ran a 5K this morning. He absolutely killed it. It was, I think it was called like the Indy Pumpkin Run. I can't really remember. But they gave out cute little baby pumpkins at the end. So Chloe got to pick out some pumpkins. And now he is at home with her for a few hours. And I am off to the coffee shop. So what book am I currently reading? I am in the middle of, let's see, Assistant to the Villain. I'm really enjoying it. It's a pretty easy read. I've heard nothing but great things about the series as a whole. So yeah, reading that. So, and then this afternoon, once I get home, Paul is going to his parents' house to help them build a greenhouse. And then Chloe and I are going to go get some groceries at Maehrer and then wander around Sam's Club for a little bit. So we have a packed day and we're trying to fit all of this in today because tomorrow we're going to Michigan for a day trip because it is my grandparents' 65th wedding anniversary and they're having like a little party get together thing. So it is about a 4.5 hour drive one way to get there, but it's for a very important reason. So we will be making that trek tomorrow. Last week was a total wash with reading. Did not get much done. I had my best friend's wedding, which I did start like a reading vlog, but I totally just underestimated how busy a wedding is. I've never actually been in a wedding minus my own wedding. And yeah, I had no free time. And I was there for 3 days-ish, 3-ish days. And I had no time to sit down and really read minus one evening. So started a reading vlog, was completely unsuccessful. Let's get back to this week's reading vlog. So let's get to a coffee shop and see how much reading we can get done. Alright, hi. So I sat at the coffee shop for almost 2 hours. Not quite, but almost. I got a table, which I was really excited about. I've been to this coffee shop before, and it's always extremely busy, largely because it is a smaller space. But I think I showed up like right in the transition between like the early morningers and the people who are coming like after lunch. I was able to get a seat, which I was really happy about. Got a good amount of reading in. Let's see, I'm on chapter 10. So making my way through this. I will say I'm enjoying it. Am I absolutely obsessed at this point? No, but it is good. So we'll see. I'm not getting 5-star vibes yet. I mean, there's plenty of room for this to change because I mean, there's what? Guess it would help if I had it not upside down. There's over 300 pages. So, I mean, I still have plenty of time to change my opinion. I'm just not absolutely obsessing over it quite yet. So, at this point, I'm about to head home, debating if I want to grab some lunch on the way back home. I'm trying to get a hold of Paul. I think he might be resting after his 5K, after his race this morning, which I can't blame him. I know I would be extremely sore if I did that. I think he's resting with Chloe, so I'm gonna try to call him, see if he wants to get anything for lunch, and then we will go from there. But it's a beautiful fall day. It's only like 50 something degrees outside right now, and there's like a slight breeze. So it's absolutely like the perfect fall day. Anyways, let's go home, grab a little lunch and rest for a little bit, and then Chloe and I will go on our errands. I asked Paul if he wanted anything to eat, and he said no. And so I told him I was gonna grab something on the way home, and he said, why don't you just enjoy some lunch by yourself? So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to enjoy a nice little peaceful car lunch. I don't get to like just sit in the car and eat lunch by myself anymore, and I used to do that all the time. So I stopped and got myself a salad from Wendy's, and of course a small Coke, because, well, you know, sometimes we gotta make poor life choices. So I'm gonna eat this lunch and then I will go home. Okay, so we are off to do our errands. We have officially acquired a small child. I'm sure you can see her back here, kind of. Chloe has joined the chat. Yeah. So we are off to Sam's Club and Maehrer. Yeah. So we have a lot of groceries to pick up, and then obviously as we do Sam's Club, we like to wander and see what Sam's Club tells us we need. So off we go to do our errands. Hopefully we make a good time and it's not too busy, but it's a Saturday and it's in the afternoon, so it's going to be a nightmare. So go us. Hey everyone, wanted to give a quick reading update on Assistant to the Villain. It is now Monday afternoon. I just got off work. So I wanted to film a quick little reading update. So I am at 50% through the way of the book. So far I'm liking it. Would I say I'm like falling in love with it? No, but I'm definitely not hating it. We are following our main female character, Evie, and she works for the villain. I want to say his name is Tristan. That sounds right, but don't quote me, because you guys know I'm bad at names. But I want to say his name is Tristan. So she got a job working for the villain. She stumbled across him like randomly one day out in the woods, and he liked something about her and offered her a job. And yeah, so now she's working for this guy, but it's all a secret because anyone who's caught like fraternizing with the villain is like, that's a crime basically. So her family has no idea that she works for this person. Like nobody she knows that she works for the villain. It's a very big secret. So far it's been pretty good. That's basically the plot so far. There's been some things that are happening. Of course there's a battle going on between the villain and the king. So we have that little storyline going. And then we have someone who's trying to kill the villain. So far, been pretty low stakes. No major like wars or have been portrayed, but they talk about it. So that's kind of where the story lies at this point. Like I said, I'm a little under 50% of the way through the book. I did not record an update yesterday because I was with my family in Michigan. We did a day trip. It was my grandparents' 65th wedding anniversary. So I just wanted to enjoy the day with my family. So that's why there were no reading updates after Saturday's coffee and lunch adventure. But this evening I am going to be doing some house chores. I'm going to be getting caught up on laundry. So I plan to listen to the audiobook while I do that so I can get a little bit further. And then I have some other things to catch up on. And then I actually have Tuesday tomorrow off because it's my husband's birthday. So I'm sure I'll be able to squeeze some reading in between the different things we're going to do to celebrate. Like we're going to the Children's Museum. At least that's the plan as of now. And we are going to go out to dinner. So very fun day tomorrow planned. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and get home from work, get changed out of these work clothes into something a little bit comfier, and then get going on what I need to do this evening. So we will chat later. What's up, before we do the final wrap up and book review, I wanted to do a little book haul. I got some new books that I'm really excited about. Sorry, Ruby's down here. So the first thing I got was actually just like some bookish merch. So when I went to Barnes & Noble, I noticed they had these cute little tote bags that had my favorite ACOTAR quote, but the bags were like $30 or something, or maybe $40, I can't remember. So I didn't buy the bag, but I did want something with the quote, so I just got some stickers. And it's the quote from Mist and Fury that says, "To the stars who listen and the dreams that are answered." There's just 3 stickers with the quote. Don't know what I'm going to do with these yet, but I'm thinking one for my laptop and then maybe one for my desk at work. And then I have one extra one, so I did get those. And then onto the books I purchased. I didn't get anything like new or groundbreaking. These books, there's only one on here that was new to me that I'd never heard of before. The rest are nothing brand new to the book world, so I'm not going to go into like really explaining any of them. So the first one I got is Shady Hollow by, I think it's Janu Black. A cozy mystery. All the characters in this book are animals. This is the book I actually just started today. I got a recommendation from some bookish content creators on Instagram who said they really enjoyed this one and that I should break into this series next. So this is what I have just started. I'm only like 1 chapter in, so I cannot report how much I like it yet, but maybe in my next reading vlog, I will talk about this one. So the next one I picked up is a book that I know many people have read and enjoyed, and it's Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. Now that I'm realizing I really am enjoying the cozy fantasy genre, I wanted to give this one a try because I know a lot of people like this one. So this is one I'm probably going to break into hopefully very soon. Next one is the second book in the Magnolia Park series, or technically could be the first one in the Daisy Hates series, and that's just Daisy Hates by Jessa Hastings. I loved Magnolia Parks, and I've heard you either really love Magnolia Parks or you really love the Daisy Hates character, and I loved the Magnolia series, or the Magnolia first one in that series. So I'm interested to see how I feel about this book, if I love it more or if I'm more of a Magnolia Parks girly. So yeah, got the second book in that series. Okay, the next one I'm nervous about because I know that this book and this series as a whole gets very mixed reviews, but I got this book super cheap on Prime Day, and it's a series that I wanted to give a try for a while. So I thought, since I was gonna get such a good deal, I might as well give it a shot. And that's The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I did not buy the whole series just in case I did not enjoy this book, but I wanted to, like I said, give this series a try because I know it gets very mixed reviews. So I figured while it was like literally 75% off, I think I got this book for like $7. I was like, why not give it a shot? If I hate it, $7 isn't totally a budget buster, and why not give it a shot and see what my own opinion is? So I got this. And then the next book I got, okay, this is the one that was a totally new to me book. I had never heard of this series before, and I had seen this specific book several weeks ago when I was wandering the shelves at Barnes. I had it in my hands. I did not pick it up. But when I went back to Barnes, actually on my husband's birthday, he took me book shopping, which I did not ask him to do. He did that totally on his own. Sorry, you can hear my dog squeaking her toy. Hey, Ruby, don't do that. She's looking at me like, what's your problem, lady? Yeah, she's gonna still squeak. And that is The House Witch by Delamah. Probably not pronouncing that right at all. But yeah, and what's interesting about this series, I realize, is that all 3 books are called The House Witch. So you have to know you're getting the right one by the little cauldron that has the number down here. Since this one was new to me, I will kind of give a little bit of what this one's about, just because I feel like not a lot of people that I at least watch have talked about this book. It says, when Finley Oshawan joins the staff of the king and queen of Daxaria, he's an enigma. No one knows where he comes from or how he came to be where he is, which suits Finn just fine. He's satisfied simply serving as the royal cook, keeping nosy passerby out of his kitchen, and concocting some truly uncanny meals. But Finn's secret identity doesn't stay hidden for long. After all, it's not every day a house witch and his kitten familiar, Kraken, take to meddling in imperial affairs. And I won't read the rest of it, but that's the first couple of sentences about this. And it just like really called to me. I mean, the front of this book just looks so cozy. And it just really called to me. So this is the one I want to hopefully get to this fall. I'm thinking this one, and Legends and Lattes, I'm going to try to make a priority over the next couple weeks. I did, like I said, start Shady Hollow. So after I get done with this one, I'm hoping to break into one of these next. So we'll see what happens with those. Okay, now that we've gotten through the book haul, I wanted to wrap up the reading vlog portion of this and give my final review of Assistant to the Villain by Nicole. Is it Maehrer? I'm not sure. So, to be quite honest, the first like 50% of this book, I didn't like hate it, but I truly did not love it. I really thought that this was going to be a 3-star read, which is not a bad rating. I mean, 3-star just means it's an average book. Did what it was supposed to do. I overall enjoyed it, but just like wasn't totally loving it. But the last 50% to like the last 25%, I really enjoyed this. And I definitely want to continue on in the series. And I really liked how Evie, our main female character, and Tristan, or the villain, our main male character, I really enjoyed watching their relationship grow. And you could see the romance really blossoming between these two characters. And then as things started to kind of progress and things kind of became more high stakes, you could see how these two really started to go to bat for each other. And I really like that in romance book. I also really enjoyed, there's this frog character. I think his name is, I think it's Kingsley. I want to say the frog's name is Kingsley. It could be Kingston, but I think it's Kingsley. I just thought he was a great little comedic relief character. It was so funny because like in different scenes, he would be like holding different signs for things. Like he would hold a sign that said like danger, or he hold a sign that said watch out. Like I just thought that was really funny and brought something different to the book that you don't see in a lot of other fantasies. And I will say that the twist and who the actual like bad guy of this book ended up being did surprise me. I did not have the true villain of this book pegged, and when it was revealed who it was, I was surprised. So by the end, I ended up giving this a 4 stars, and I do intend to continue on in this series. I really enjoyed it. All right, you guys, and that is the end of today's video. Thank you so much for joining me and being patient with me with my kind of finicky upload schedule I've had for about the last month. I've just had a lot of life things going on that I'm not really going to talk about. But I really appreciate you guys' patience, and I hope you guys got to enjoy this week's vlog. I have some really, really exciting plans for next week's vlog and things I want to share that I'm doing in my personal life. So be on the lookout for that. But in the meantime, if you would, I really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe to my channel, help my little corner of the internet grow, and let's chat about books. So until next time, I'll see you when I see you. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.